Peace, everybody. Peace, everybody. Brother James, House of Healing Light, a higher frequency school of energy being. I'm your teacher for today, and I'd like to thank everybody for coming to this class where we're going to go into the new system. It's called Energy Enhancement System. The root of this system came from when I did the abundance circle. And I was using ethereal crystals that had different energies to boost us and our abundance, but to boost us in different ways that connect to the abundance so that we could better control our abundance and go after it. But what happened was I didn't get the turnout that I really expected. And as I thought about it, it came to mind, well, some people may not understand what ethereal crystals are. And because of that, I decided, well, I'm going to do a demonstration. And I'm going to give the people the energy. Plus, I threw in something that most of us have never heard of before called ethereal metal. And as far as I know, I might be the only person that I know of that can use it. But from doing that, that's when God spoke to me and was like, use this, make a system. Because the beauty of using ethereal crystals, especially now that I've been able to attain quantum Reiki, and I have different types of quantum energy, I've now figured out, or found out, I should say, something that one of my teachers mentioned. Now, he said that we could send the energy through pretty much just about almost anything, but we learned that we could send it through computers. I learned from one of my phone sessions that I could send it to everybody on the phone. Everybody who was connected to that phone line could receive the energy. But then things went to a next step where not only could I give the energy to everybody, but once I did, I found out that the energy, as long as, like, if I did a post, as I did do a video, once I use the energy, you can still keep getting the energy from the video. So once that started happening, that's when it clicked in my head. Well, let's make a system where we put certain crystals together, put their energies together to be able to boost us to do different things, such as mental focus, getting your concentration higher, putting you in a state where you can think clearly, mental clarity. So as these things started coming to mind, it's like, well, this is great because now we'll have a system that can help us to achieve goals. So that once we understand whatever we're lacking in, okay, well, by using these different crystal energies, we can now boost whatever we're lacking in. Now, before I go further, let me further explain ethereal crystals. Okay, I believe everybody should know or understand crystals come from the earth. Now, we see the crystals in their physical form, but it's not the physical form that provides the energy. It's the energy inside of the crystal form. Now, because before anybody gets upset, and I know some people think, well, that's witchcraft. No, remember, if the crystals come from the earth and the energies in the crystals obviously come from the earth as well, then how could that be witchcraft? How could it be anything wrong with using crystal energy? And for those who may be my Bible scholars, you know that the tribe of Israel, the 12 tribes had crystals. Each tribe had a specific set of crystals to themselves. And you also know in the scriptures, the high priest's breastplate had all the crystals in it. So before any of us get upset and think that using ethereal crystals is wrong and or in some type of way satanic, no. This is ancient wisdom. Just like you see the pyramids behind me, we're going back to those ancient wisdoms, those ancient energies, and we're going to reconnect. So I just want to make sure that everybody is on the same page. There's nothing wrong with using ethereal crystals. And if anybody knows anything about Reiki, you can understand, you can be attuned to different energies. So ethereal crystals is about being attuned to the different energies that different crystals hold. Each crystal has a different type of energy. And so once we become attuned to that energy, we can use it as human beings on ourselves and others. So it's safe, it's natural, it's not demonic in any type of way, because obviously it's coming from the earth and it has to be come from the creator. This is his energy. We're just learning how to tap into those different energies and then learn how to use them. And that's the beauty of the system, is because by using natural energies, obviously, we don't have to worry about side effects like we do with modern medication. And these energies, as I said earlier, can be used to enhance yourself. So if you know that you have a problem with keeping mental clarity, okay, now we can go to this certain crystal energy and get more mental clarity. And so the beauty of the system is by using natural energies, we can enhance ourselves, but it's also the fact that it will be hard to corrupt or distort these energies. You know, when you are taking supplements, you don't know what they added to it. You don't know if how much or how potent it really is. So there's different factors when you're using something other than energy that come into play. But by using these natural energies, number one, the energy is more potent. And number two, it's less likely to be distorted. It's not something that um, can be readily messed with. And then by us putting it together and packaging it, as we will do as I talk more about the system, you'll find out now you'll be able to take it on the go. You'll be able to use it wherever you are. As long as you got your phone or some type of internet access, you'll be able to tap into the energy when you need it. Now, I wouldn't use it more than like 2 times a week, mainly because of the fact that when you're dealing with energy, you need to let it settle, as well as you need to study it. You need to see what it's doing for you and to you. And if you keep adding, then you can't get an accurate assessment. So I would say twice a week. It's safe. It's not harmful to you. But I'm just saying to be able to really understand what it's doing, how it's working, and best learn how to use it and work with it. It's going to be better to put a little bit of time in between each usage. Um, so the main thing about the system is we put together different crystal energies in a package that comes under a specific type or category that we're trying to work on. For instance, the one we're going to do today, it's called the Good Morning Boost. Everybody needs to start their morning off right. Isn't that what they tell us all? You need that energy. Well, let's do a good morning boost. Let's make sure that we're adding energy to ourselves that's going to take us to a higher level at the beginning of the day. Because how you start your day can determine how your day goes. So let me tell you some of the things that's going to be in our session today. So we're going to use citrine to boost, to have a positive energy promoting vitality, excuse me, and an overall good day. Now, who wouldn't want to start off the day already knowing that they have energy that's going to help them to have a good day? Then we're going to use carnelian. That's for motivation, creativity, and passion and inspiration for the day. So in other words, you know how a lot of times when we get up, it's like, oh man, gotta go to work again. And you kind of drag yourself into work. Well, let's add some carnelian energy so you start to think creatively, so you can be more empowered to go to whatever type of work that you do. Then we add tiger's eye to increase stamina and energy while providing protection and promoting focus. So start thinking about these things. Start thinking about, yeah, that sounds good. Now we're going to put all this together? Absolutely. And no, it will not hurt you. Then we're going to add clear quartz to boost energy and focus, helping to align with the goals of the day. Now, of course, let's stop right there. That means that you need to have some goals. That means that we got to be more proactive in what we're going to strive to achieve each day. We have to get better with that. And the energies will help you to get through and get things done. But obviously, got to have some goals set. Okay, today I want to do blah, 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 blah. I know I got so and so coming up. So then you get your good morning boost, and boom, you start rolling. You start getting things done. Then we have adventuring to enhance life force, energy, and vitality. And when you pair it with citrine, it's a revitalizing energy and it's helping you to be closer to nature. We got to understand we live on a planet, we have nature all around us. It inspires us a lot of the times because everybody has different things. Most people like water, trees, and so on and so forth. So having that nature energy can help you to remain calm, remain peaceful, because we want to keep you in a peaceful state. The more we keep you in a peaceful state, the more things you can do, the better you can think. Because today's world, unfortunately, they found out that they can get us to spend money by messing with our emotions, by doing different things to trigger us to be impulsive. Well, we need to step back from that. So when we start working with these energies and it helps us to dial it back and get in more control, now we're making better decisions. And for everybody on here who may happen to have a business, you want to be calm, cool, and collective when making your decisions because it can make or break your company. It can determine profit or loss. It can determine you being able to come up with a new idea or you being stagnant or having writer's block, so on and so forth. And again, that's one of the beauties of this system is we're going to give you different things that will boost these things. So when things happen, you won't have to just accept it. You won't just have to just be like, man, no, you can be like, okay, well, I'll use a good morning boost. I'll use some business. I'll use, maybe I need to talk to the angels a little more. So I'll use the one for the angels. You're going to have different things that you can choose from that you can now add to yourself wherever you are and begin to be able to forward, move forward. And this will give you more faith in yourself, make you more productive, but overall, help you feel more enlightened because you know that now there's something that you can do to overcome obstacles. And the last stone that we're going to use is going to be bloodstone. It has the ability to boost energy and to restore vitality. So, as you can see, we're going to be doing a lot of things. Well, excuse me, giving you a lot of different energies in a package. And we're going to want you to work seriously with them. One of the problems that we have right now is follow through. I'm going to say that one more time. One of the problems that we have right now is follow through. We'll get the energy, but we'll leave it potential, meaning you just get it and you just let it sit. No, we have to turn it kinetic. So once you get these energies, you really got to go to work. Help them to start moving. Use the energy in the different ways that may come to you so that, again, you keep advancing. One of the most beautiful things about the energy enhancement system is that you can begin to see infinite potential, infinite activity, and infinite results. Because the more you take in the energy and have that good follow through, where you can get things done, then there are other packages that you can use that, again, will help you to even begin to have greater ideas. And then the more you see your ideas coming to fruition, the stronger you feel, the better you feel. That's the best feeling that you can have, is to see your idea come into fruition, to come out of your head into reality. So with the energy enhancement system, that's the goal. The goal is to help you to be super productive, but in many different ways, so that you see the true potentials of yourself come out into full reality in a way that's safe, not counterproductive, but for the most part, again, you're working with natural energy, so you're not doing anything that can harm you. You know, as long as you follow the instructions that come along with the packages, with the components, you can feel safe and you can keep working and keep making things happen. I think all of us would be happy to have that type of peace where you're constantly moving, you can constantly come up with different goals, but you can constantly achieve them. You know, as long as, obviously, as long as they're not in opposition to the God, you can make things happen. And so I want to move on and I want to take us through, I'm going to take you through the process where I will, again, give you the energy so you can begin to feel it. Now, before we do that, I want everybody to kind of like flex your muscles a little bit, kind of gauge your strength a little bit. Because then once we go through the process, once we get the energy, at the end, I'm going to want you to test your strength. I'm going to want you to flex your muscles a little bit to see how much the energy may have already enhanced you, how much stronger you might have already become just from receiving the energy. And then we'll talk about how to use it. Because, like I said, you have to turn it from potential to kinetic and constantly follow through, which means it's going to be work on you. There's work, plenty of work that you're going to have to do. This, these energies will become your humble assistants, there to help you, but you have to do the work. So I hope everybody is ready, and I need everybody to get into a comfortable space. Hopefully, you're already in a comfortable space, because we're going to have to come into somewhat of a meditative state to best enable the energy to flow. I want it to flow through you all the way. And I also want you to recognize where you're feeling the flow. Make sure that you remember to journal that wherever you're feeling it. If you're feeling it in your head, your eyes, if you're feeling different parts of your body, if you're feeling inside your chest, then you need to write that down, because that may be the energy already communicating with you what you might need to do in order to achieve the goals that you're setting for yourselves. Again, that's another beauty of working with the energy, is that you can communicate with it and it can start to communicate with you. All energy has consciousness, because all energy comes from the creator. So it has some level of consciousness. And if you have any type of understandings of what we call your senses, meaning clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, clairgustance, and so on and so forth. Those are different ways that the energy will begin to communicate with you. In other words, you might see things, you might hear things, you might sense things, you might just know, like thoughts might just pop in your head, and you just know that's the right thing to do. That's the right way to go. So that's the beauty. Again, another beautiful part of the system is by working with the energies, different things that come up, and you'll begin to heighten yourself the more that you work with them. And the more you understand that there's a consciousness that's there, and you begin to work with it, you begin to learn more. And once again, because you know something, then you can do something. So I need everybody to be comfortable. And now I need everybody to start taking some deep breaths. Inhale through your nose, hold for 2 to 3 seconds, and then exhale. So I'm going to need you to do that about 5 to 10 times. Just inhale, hold, exhale. Inhale, hold, exhale. Now, with each breath, you should be feeling your shoulders and your body relaxing. That's the goal. We need you to relax your body and relax your mind. So again, once I give you the energies, it can flow through, nothing impeding it, and let it flow. So please continue to breathe. Inhale, hold, exhale. All right, let's do it 3 more times. Take a deep breath, hold, let it go. Exhale. Good, good, good. Now you should be relaxed. Take one more. Do one more. Just take one more. Okay. Next thing I want you to do is to call on your guardian angels. If you know their names, you can call their names. If you don't worry about it. They can hear you. Just call on your guardian angels and ask them to cleanse and clear your space of all unwanted and negative energy. This is your first time doing this. Try to be aware of anything that you feel or see, and just know that your guardian angels are on their job. They're cleansing and clearing the area. But whatever you're experiencing, this is your first time. This is how you'll know when your guardian angels are around. If you call on them and you always get it on your left shoulder, or you always feel their energy, or let's say something in your head feels a certain way, make sure you write that down at the end. That will be how you'll know you're connected to your guardian angels. Okay. Now, call on your higher self and ask to be connected with it. Once again, whatever you feel, make note of that. That's how you'll know when you're connected to your higher self. If this is the first time that you're doing that, make sure you make note of it. So whenever you have that feeling, you'll know that your higher self is connected. Now ask your higher self to take over this process and to help you to best use the energy to accomplish your will. Okay, I'll give you a couple more seconds to get connected to your higher self. Get good and connected. Okay. Now that all is ready, I'm going to begin to send you the energy, and you just need to sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience. Now I'm going to be sending the energy for like 5 to 10 minutes, so you get a good portion of the energy, and I'll let you know when I'm finished sending it. But right now, I need you to say, it is my will to receive the good morning boost energy from Brother James. By doing this, the energy knows it has your full will to give its full self to you. So it just makes it so that the energy can come to you stronger because you have accepted it and you have made it your will to receive it. So everybody sit comfortably. I'm about to send it. Energy enhancement system to all on the call. Circle, sphere, targeting system. I asked the targeting system to target the optimal points for the ethereal energies to be received and used to accomplish the goals of the person receiving these energies. Ethereal crystal, citrine, to all on the call. Energy system activate. Carnelian energy, ethereal crystal, carnelian, to all on the call. Ethereal crystal, tiger's eye, to all on the call. Ethereal crystal, clear quartz, to all on the call. Ethereal crystal, adventurine, to all on the call. Ethereal crystal, bloodstone, to all on the call. So sit and relax and just experience the energy. Allow it to flow through you. This is your good morning boost to help you to start your day. Scan all enhance, all levels, all bodies. Okay, I'll be giving you the energy for one more minute. Right. Now that I've finished sending you the energy, take some time to allow the energy to flow through you. Continue to breathe and allow yourself to stay relaxed and just feel the energy flow through you. It would be best to keep your mind as quiet as possible and just enjoy the energy and see if it shares anything with you. Be mindful that you want to journal whatever it is that you're shown. You don't feel or see anything, don't worry. The energy is flowing through you, and more than likely it will manifest at a later point in the day, possibly the week. But just keep experiencing and taking notice of anything that changes, whether it be your thoughts, your mindset, or energy. You may notice that you have more ideas flowing to your mind, as well as a clarity of mind. This allows you to gain an understanding of what the energy is trying to communicate to you. So don't worry, stay peaceful, and let the day flow as it normally would. Your key for the rest of the day is to strive to be aware and let the energy help you and teach you whatever it has to offer. At this point, the energy should be settling down, but we need to optimize it for your body and your mind. So please repeat after me. My good morning boost energy harmonize. Now put your hands, your fingertips together and say balance. And you may feel your energy moving around, striving to balance itself. Now say align. You want all the energies to align with each other so that they can stay in harmony. And now say, awaken. Once again, give a little time for everything to settle down. Again, making sure to stay relaxed so that the energy can just flow through you. Okay, so now we're going to close ourselves off and cut ties to the energy. So, what I want you to do in your main hand, see a ball of light, white light. And then say, I close myself off and cut all energy ties. And put your hand and start at the top of your head and see the white light go through your body to your feet, which will close you off and cut all energy ties. This would allow you to keep the energy closed within you to give it its maximum use and to make it so that it's not just leaking out, so to speak, but keeping it close to you. Okay, so now you have received your good morning energy boost and concluded the first part of the program. All right. I'm sorry, there's one more thing we should do. See your feet or place your feet on the floor and see a little bit of earth energy come to your feet. And now say, I am now grounded. Okay, so that has grounded the energy within you. Close yourself off to hold the energy to you. So now you have the maximum use of it. And when you are ready, open your eyes. Let me know that you are ready. And then we'll talk about what you have experienced. Please note, I do plan on putting this on YouTube and as part of the class. So please keep that in mind. Okay. So whenever you're ready, you can let me know in the chat or you can just tell me. Okay, I see most people are ready. Um, iPhone 12, are you ready? But before we talk about it, I apologize. Please write it down because I don't want you to forget anything. So please go ahead and journal whatever you experienced and then let me know that you're ready. Yes, ma'am, Sister Kimberly, you can go ahead.
Okay. Yes, sir. Um, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to feel anything because I was driving and
Mhm.
to find a parking spot. You know how it is out here. So it's
Yes, ma'am.
the Friday, everybody is out. So, but I was able to find a really good close spot and I was able to keep still and then focus. And I did feel it. At first, I wasn't sure. I was like, is it the heat that I'm blowing, that I'm feeling? So I had to turn that down. But kind of knowing, um, I did feel the energy because I was feeling like a tingling. This is different on my left side, but like even in my tongue, like the whole left side, my tongue, my shoulder. It's like it was. I felt like the energy was just on the outside. Normally, I would feel something like deep within, but it was more on the outside of myself. But I
Hmm.
can feel, you know. And because I don't feel the tingling, but it was all on the left side. Because last week, I think it was last week, everything was on the right side.
Yes, ma'am.
Now today was on the left side. I was like, my tongue feel kind of weird, but it was still all on the left side. It was more like tingling, like, you know. So, and I don't know, I'm like, okay, I'm getting over a cold as well.
Oh, okay.
However, yeah. So, um, as far as feeling relaxed, I didn't want to get out the car. I was like, okay, I'm parked now. I could get up and just go walking. But I was like, I really don't feel like getting up, So that I did feel, I still feel like, I'm like, I don't feel like getting out this car.
Hmm. Okay. Do me one quick favor. Kind of flex your muscles real quick. I'm not sure if you had a chance to do it earlier, but flex your muscle a little bit and tell me what you feel.
Out the car right this minute. I want to sit for a few more minutes.
Oh, okay.
So I do feel like really relaxed. I feel relaxed. But that's basically what I can say right now is that I did feel the energy. I know that's what it was. Everything was basically on my left side.
Hmm.
And yeah, because even like the tingling and like is kind of like cut. I don't want to use the word cut, but like split me in half. And just that left side, even like around my cheek area, the tongue area, and my left arm, and that's just that front of the left side. It was kind of like a tingling feeling. So yeah, and I don't feel it as much now. It has
Okay.
calmed down. Yeah.
Um,
So yeah.
well, is there anything that you may feel like you are weak in? The reason I say that,
Weekend.
Weak as in not strong, but weak. Something,
You mean
something that,
physically?
well, physically, anything that you're trying to achieve that you may feel like I'm a little weak in this area, so to speak. I mean, you don't have to
Yeah.
necessarily
I mean,
disclose it,
it's
but
yeah.
I think that's what the energy may be striving to help you to understand. We're gonna power up the weak, whatever's a little more on the weaker side. Be powering it up, and I think that's what it was trying to tell you. And because you said it was
Okay.
on your entire left side, then that definitely means like, yeah, we going to work. We going to work. We gonna work on everything that may be a little weak for what you're striving to accomplish. And at the onset
Uh,
of this class, I said that that's pretty much what the enhancement system is. It's going after helping you wherever you may feel like you may be weak in, or even if it's not weak, if it just needs to be stronger to accomplish your goal. Like say you might already be at a high level, but you're about to deal with something that needs to go next level, then it'll power you up to help you to try to get to that next level.
yes, sir.
Well, but it sounded like you was about to say something else.
No, I was just agreeing. I just said yes, sir. But I do have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. When when you do the balancing, when you say, when we have our hands fingers together and say balance,
Yes, ma'am.
after we do that, do you keep your hands together, or when do you let your hands go or your fingers go? Do you just stay in that position,
You
or
you
what?
you will stay in that position until you feel as though the energy has been balanced. Now obviously, I wouldn't expect you to stay there for like 5 or 10 minutes or nothing. And it generally shouldn't take that long. Once you give the command, the energy pretty much should be listening to you, or I'll say in communication with you, so that it should start moving on its own to try to balance itself out. And it shouldn't take that long, but I would suggest you do hold your fingers together long enough that you feel it balanced. And then once you feel it balanced, then you can take your hands down.
Okay. I always wanted to ask you that, because I
Yes,
know,
ma'am.
I was like, okay, how long do we do it? Do you just hold it? Because I know after that you gave another command. You was
Mhm.
like balance, then you said something else. So I was like, are we still holding our hands together at this point? Or did you let it go? Because you said a
Well,
line. It was a
yes,
line,
ma'am.
right?
Yes, ma'am. Well, I thank you for asking that question. Yes, ma'am. Still hold them together. Even if I'm telling you to say something else afterwards, still just hold them together. Because again, you're wanting to make sure that it is balancing out. Um, because the commands will still your energy will carry out the commands. But again, we don't want your subconscious mind and your conscious mind to start fighting. So when you're doing this and you're saying consciously balance, then you want to hold it there so that you can acknowledge, okay, I feel balanced and I'm feeling the energy moved. Okay, it stopped. I'm good. But you can still say the whatever I'm asking you to say afterwards. And then that will come into play too. And then start, like you said, the alignment will start to align itself. So, but it generally doesn't take that long, or it shouldn't take that long. But I do thank you for asking that
Okay.
question.
Yeah, because I always wanted to know. So I was like, this is
Yes,
the
ma'am.
opportunity for me to ask that. How long do we do that? And so once we do that, you feel aligned, because or balanced. That's like the first time, first thing you always ask. Sometimes you don't ask for the like today you did balance, align, and then harmony. So with that, once you feel balanced, You don't necessarily have to keep your fingers together when you gave the other two commands.
No, ma'am. Mm-mm.
Okay. All right.
No. Um, Brother Antoine, I saw that you said you were ready. You want to talk about your experience, sir? You still with us, Brother Antoine? You're muted. Okay, Brother Sorrell.
Yes, I'm here.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
when I felt a level of calmness, and I felt a warm sensation, basically running through my body and thing. But other than that, I felt the energy, especially tingling in my feet. So
Well, you know your feet represent your foundation.
exactly.
So you may want to I know you said you was working on some stuff earlier, so you might want to think about the energy maybe trying to tell you that it's trying to help you with foundational issues. I don't know if you have any foundational issues. I'm talking about with what you're trying to accomplish.
Well,
Um,
what I'm doing, I'm realigning my business, and so
mm,
a lot of things that I had previously in place, I'm more or less eliminating them and making things a lot more transparent. So when I'm dealing with my clients, everything be very clear and transparent, or I'd say transparent to them. So I'm not hiding anything, that they don't know. I'm straightforward and upfront. So, oh,
yes,
okay. I got an incoming phone call. Hold on, please.
yes, sir.
Yeah, but James, I don't know what's going on with my phone, but I just got it to where I can unmute it, but I don't know what's going on. But
Oh, wow. Technology today.
that's what it is. I, I felt it. I felt a calm energy, but it was like it was calm, and then it would intensify my shoulders. Then it would get calm, it would intensify my shoulders. So it was like hot, cold, hot, cold. But I had a group of people that showed up in my the thing was either 6 or 7, and they all had different types of outfits on. And if you over 50, then you could remember these guys. And it was the GI Joes. Real talk. I'm not trying to be funny,
Yes, sir.
but they showed up, and I ain't talking about the little tiny GI Joes they had today, but I'm talking about the 18-inch GI Joes.
Wow.
And showed up in uniform, and then after that, I started seeing the form and the colors of this different crystals. So it was fading in blue, purple, yellow, gold, red. It just kept changing shapes, changing form, and it just kept repeating themselves over and over again. So that was pretty much my experience.
Wow. Okay, brother. Man, you had soldiers show up, huh?
Those just was coming in town. Yes,
Well, you must have something big that you must gonna have to do soon, sir.
yeah, I do have something
Showed
big
up.
I have to do. It's taking all my it's going to challenge all of my fears.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's interesting. What were the colors again?
They were the red, it was purple, it was blue, it was gold, and it was a distinction between gold and yellow.
Mm, okay. Okay. Whenever you get a chance,
Oh,
you might,
and purple for change.
yes, sir. Whenever you get a chance, you might want to look up your chakras. Maybe trying to show you, they get
Mm-hmm.
ready to power up them chakras, bruh. That purple one, that's the third eye. blue one is your throat. Yellow is your solar plexus. That's where your will resides. Um, and the red is the root. That's where your survival instincts are.
Wow.
So you might want to take a look at that and try to gauge um how much energy was going into how strong each color was, and that might give you an indication to where the energy was going and
But
what.
they, I think the
what
blue was the strongest.
oh, brother, you gonna have to talk, bro.
What you mean?
Speech. That blue is the throat chakra.
Oh, well, you know I had no problem talking about that.
But you're gonna have to take charge, bro. You're gonna have
Yes,
to take
sir.
charge. That's why the soldiers were there. They want you speaking. You're gonna have to speak strong on whatever the topic may be. They
Yes,
want
sir.
they in other words, they want you to go hard. You gotta go hard.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that was a lot. That's a lot going on, bro.
Yes, yeah. See, it went by fast, but there's a lot to think about. So there's a calmness there because I really got to think this process through.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir. I mean, that's like I said earlier, the calmness is so that you can think clearly
Yes, sir.
and try to hold your emotions at bay and just kind of take in whatever you're seeing for whatever it's really supposed to be.
Yes, sir.
Um, Brother Sorrell, you came back. Was there anything else? Did he? I saw him come back for a second.
Yes,
Uh,
I'm back.
yes, sir. I'm sorry.
No, no,
Go
it's
ahead.
okay. I had incoming phone calls. I should have put my phone on silent, but I didn't think about that earlier. But no, I don't have anything else. As I mentioned earlier, I felt calmness and a warm sensation run through my body, and then I had tingling in my feet, and that's about it. That I can recall this moment.
Yes, man. Yes, sir. But that's good though, brother, because it's interesting. You said your feet. I said that represents foundation, and then you told us that you redoing your whole system.
Exactly.
So that makes sense. That the energy is telling you we're gonna work on your foundation. We're gonna help you to get um your website and your business where you need it to be. That's we're gonna make that help you to make that firm foundation. So wow, man. See, that's why I love working with energy, man, because it's definitely communicating with us, but sometimes we may get caught up in, wow, I think I'm supposed to hear words or something. No, no. You just take what's given to you and take some time to think about it, and you'll begin to see it. That they showed that they made you feel the energy in your feet to let you know we got some foundation work to set up, and we here to help you. So
Yeah.
I feel
I,
good about that.
well, thank you.
You're welcome, brother. You're welcome. Um, iPhone 12. Are you uh available to talk about your experience? Okay. And Sister Leah she already gave me her experience. Um, well, I thank everybody for coming. I enjoyed the class and I'm glad everybody felt the energy. Now from this point on, um, I'm going to put this up on YouTube. In the next 3 days, come back to it on YouTube. Let yourself go back through the process. I mean, you may not have to listen to the whole thing, but just kind of fast forward to the meditative part where I give you the energy and re-up on the energy again. And I need you to put your comments into YouTube. I mean, as best you can. I know that comments can be personal, and so you want to definitely gauge how much personal information you put out there. But please, when you can, go to our YouTube page, and once you get to the video, you're welcome, bro. Go to the video and make some comments. Share this with everybody, because the bottom line, as I said on a video earlier on TikTok, we just found out how hard things can be if with the government shutdown, and how many people got affected by it and were out on a limb. But if we start working with these energies and again follow through and be determined to make things better for ourselves, then we may find ourselves in a better position where we don't feel as though somebody else is really holding our life in their hands. So we've introduced you to the energy enhancement system. Now, this is how things will work. You'll see the energy enhancement system on the site. Give me, let's say, one more week, and we'll have the different components up for you to choose from. Now, the categories that we are planning on working on is, some general stuff like we did today, Good Morning Boost. We'll have some business stuff. We'll have some stuff to help us with school, um, elementary level, middle school, high school, and college. So there'll be different components, packages to really help our students to get better, to get stronger, to, again, have the mental clarity and capabilities enhanced. So make sure you go to the site, keep checking, and we'll have more put up. But it's going to be through a subscription. Okay, so to be a monthly fee, the plan right now is tier 1. You'll get 10 minutes, basically close to what you got today. That's going to be 30. And then you'll get 20 minutes. That'll be 40. And then there'll be 50 minutes. So tier 1 is 30, tier 2 is 40, tier 3 will be 50. Also coming along with that, you'll probably get a chance to go live with me twice. I think I'm gonna make it twice a month. We'll go live. We'll do like what we did today. You'll get a chance to ask your questions. You'll get a chance to feel the energy coming straight from me. And then we'll just keep moving. So it'll be a subscription. And what happens is you'll get the video, and the video will provide you energy throughout the month. So you won't need me per se, but you go through the video, and the video will still give you energy for the rest of that month. So as many times as you go back to it, the energy will still flow. As well as with the subscription, we'll give you more details on how to work with the energy, how to set up the proper mindset to work with the energy. Oh yeah, we want to empower you to the greatest degree that we can. So you'll get the subscription. The subscription will help give you the energy and give you, it's going to be in course format. So you'll be able to read. There'll be videos there also to help you to really connect with the energy, work with the energy, so that you can use it to the fullest degree possible that we know of. And then you'll get me live twice a month. So all that with your $30, $40, or $50 subscription plan. Right now, we're really working on the first tier, tier one, because we want everybody to get used to it. You know, we want you to get used to working with the energy, feeling it, and letting the 10 minutes really let you master the 10 minutes and then bring out the 20 and the 30 because you'll need it. And again, the video will be available to you so that you can always come back, re-up on the energy if you feel like you're getting low. And you'll understand once you start working with the energy can start letting you know, okay, we're getting a little low. So you need to go re-up again. But that's how the system is set up so that you'll be able to constantly come back, get re-upped, as our people like to say, re-up, so that you can keep that energy flowing and again constantly going to the next level. And then when you're ready, you can jump to the next tier to get more energy. And then you'll get me live at least twice a month so that we can constantly just take this thing up and up. Because I'm gonna keep working. So when you get me live, the energy may very well be stronger, and I'm working more, or going to be working more with my quantum energy. So things are going to go up. Things are going to get better. So tell your friends, let's get this thing moving so that with the darkness that we in, the darkness is going to come, we'll have enough light to make it through and come out looking pretty good in the end. So if there aren't any more questions or any concerns or anything, I'm going to go ahead and close us out. And once again, I thank you. Give me like a week to really get things up on the site so you can um, begin to get your subscriptions. But pay close attention to yourself for the next few weeks so that you can tell if anything has changed. All right. So thank you, everybody. Everybody have a good day. Can't wait to hear your comments and stay blessed, but keep on moving. Remember, follow through, follow through, follow through. Okay. So with that, I'll say peace.